Hi everybody, this is Judy Tuttle. Thanks for coming with me tonight. I'm here to show you some beautiful cards made with a brand new online exclusive stamp set that is called Growth Takes Time. This can only be ordered through our online store, and I have some beautiful cards to show you tonight that we used for our team meeting last night, designed by my friend Rhonda Wade. So I'll tell you more about that in just a second, but I'm going to show you some beautiful cards. I love the sentiments in this stamp set. Be patient, your time will come. Be gentle on yourself. Look how far you've come. Growth takes time. And I just really love trees, so I really love the tree sentiments in this set as well. I'm hoping that we have good internet tonight. I've been struggling a little bit with that. We got a new router last week or so, and oh no, it looks like it's happening again. I hope that we have not the spinning wheel of death. I know that you guys can see me out there, but it's kind of frustrating sometimes when I can't see what I'm doing on my computer, and it does look like it's going to do that. So I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, it says my internet has been restored. That is good. We are going to hope that this will work for us. Bear with me just a minute. Thank you. Okay, looks like it's on there. So when you come on, would you please let me know you're here, and let me know if you can see me or not. I'm kind of worried about that. So I was told that maybe if I shut all my other browsers and everything else that I had on, that would help. If I cleared my cache, my history cache, that might help as well. But it doesn't look like it's doing it. Thank you, Chelsea. In just a minute, I'm going to be turning my camera down. And when I do that, would you let me know? I don't know how I'll see it because I'm not seeing comments over here, I don't think. Let me know if it's all centered okay. Hi, Renee. Hi, Chelsea. Thanks for being out there. Okay, so right now I can see you on my screen, but I'm not sure how long that will last. So hopefully we'll see what it looks like when I turn the camera down. So here we go. We have a new catalog coming out in just, hi Judy, thanks for joining me from Pennsylvania. Hi Roz. We have a new catalog that starts on May the 2nd, and it is stocked full of new product and some product that's returning, and I am not allowed to show you what's inside of this yet, but it's fabulous. So some of you have seen some of the unboxings. That is just a limited amount of things that Stampin' Up! Allows us as demonstrators to get about a month ahead of time of everyone else, which is always fun, okay? So another reason to become a demonstrator, which really means you've joined a team. It doesn't mean you have to do what I do or have a party ever. It just gives you that 20% off discount that is so much fun. Hi, Sue. Thanks so much for being here tonight. So this is our new catalog. If you have bought from me $50 or more in the past year, you got this sent free in the mail, and you should have received it. A lot of people said they received it on Friday. I had some say Saturday, and then I had some people message me today that they just got them today. So if you haven't gotten a catalog for me in the next 3 or 4 days, and you know that you have spent $50 or more from me, now I'm talking customers, not people that are being a demonstrator. Okay, if I know you're a demonstrator, I did not send you a catalog because I knew you would get one already. Okay, but if you're a customer and you bought from me in the past year and you did not get a catalog in the mail by the end of the week, let me know and I will get you a catalog, okay? If you're a new person out there who would really love a catalog, message me and I'll tell you how I can get one in your hands, okay? All right, so with that said, this catalog, a lot of things in this catalog are going away. This is our spring catalog, and a lot of things in last year's annual catalog are going away as well. We have a last chance retiring page in the online store, and that is the best way to see all of those things that are discounted or will be leaving us very soon. So definitely want to check that out. With that said, dun da da da, dun da da da, I have some exciting news to tell you. Free shipping this Wednesday. This Wednesday, you can get free shipping on any orders of $75 or more. Free shipping this Wednesday on any orders of $75 or more. So you should definitely check out that retiring last chance list. You should also know that a lot of our products are going up in price with the new catalog. Cardstock will be going up in price. Our adhesives will be going up in price. Now, we're not talking a lot. We're talking 25, 50 cents, right, a piece. But the deal is, you should buy that stuff now. Staples, all the staples will be going up by just a tiny bit. White cardstock, vanilla cardstock, black cardstock. You guys, the stuff that we all use all the time, okay? If you would like to stock up on any of those things, if you'll go to my Tuttle Up customer page, I have given you a chart showing you what the prices are right now and what the prices will be when the new catalog goes live on May the 2nd. May the 3rd. May the 3rd. It's a Tuesday, whatever that day is, okay? So it's a good idea to take advantage of the free shipping this Wednesday if there are staples that you want to get before they go up in price, okay? Free shipping this Wednesday. Next, BOGO sale. BOGO sale is me and 3 of my team members getting rid of our retired stamps, ink, paper, DSP, punches, dies, anything that is retired that we cannot demonstrate with or use in classes, we're trying to get rid of those. Now, here's the cool thing. For every dollar you spend on retired merchandise, we are giving you an equal dollar for dollar amount out of the new catalog. Right? What a great option that is for those of you that are just hobby stampers out there that might want to stock up on some things that are still awesome. We just can't use them to demonstrate in classes because we don't want to show merchandise people can't buy, right? So BOGO sale is going to be May the 5th, Friday, Southwood Neighborhood Clubhouse here in Lincoln, 5000 Tipperary Trail. It will be from 6 to 8:30 p.m. There are not any early sales. You have to come. We open the doors at 6, and there will be so much there you wouldn't believe it. Like, we have a lot of stuff to get rid of. Personally, I want to get rid of a lot of stuff because I'm moving in a week and a half. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold back my retired stuff for the BOGO sale. I'm not going to pack it and be sent to Texas. So I'll have a lot of stuff that my husband does not want to pack up later and take with us to Texas, okay? So think about coming to the BOGO sale. Now, what if you don't live in Lincoln, Nebraska? If you don't, I'm going to have it online just a few days later. The only way you can get in on that online BOGO sale is to be a part of my Tuttle Up customer page. If you search for Tuttle Up customers, you will find it. You ask to join, and I will add you to it. Okay? That's how that works. Free shipping. Free shipping on Wednesday, and BOGO sale coming up very soon. Okay? Any questions out there? Let me know. All right. Now, I am going to okay, my computer is being crazy here. And hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to turn the camera down, and we're just going to pretend like this computer over here isn't here, and I'm just going to stamp and have fun with you. How does that sound? Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera down and around here, and if you guys would tell me if everything is okay or not, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, we are going to be using the Groath Takes Time stamp set right here. And this is a stamp set that is in our online exclusives. And the only way you can get it is if you go to my TuttleUpShop.com, click on specials or new arrivals, and you will see it. You will see it there. Okay, I sure hope you guys can see me. I'm just going to keep going as if you can. My computer is just going totally wacko. I have nothing here. It wants me to do one of those 2-digit code authentications. So we'll see. I might get done and realize you didn't see anything, but I hope you do. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use Groath Takes Time. Now, these cards here are ones that we made in my team meeting last night. Look how far you've come. Groath Takes Time. These are the cards we're going to make. If you would like a kit to make 6 of these cards, let me know. And you need to spend $35. Oh, great. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy texted me and said, we can see you just fine. So that's good to know. Okay, so I'm going to stamp with you. And really, I'm only using a few things here. I'm using 3 ink pads. The Memento Black ink pad, the Crumb Cake ink pad, and the Old Olive ink pad. Okay, so Kathy, I'm going to depend on you through chat to make sure everything's looking okay on your end. Okay, thanks. I really appreciate that. Okay, so if you would like this class to go, I need you to place an order of $35 or more in my online store. Okay, you should use this host code GSF4QS7X. Okay, and I will put a link to that in the description of this video. GSF4QS7X. Now, if you ask me, you should wait till Wednesday when you can get free shipping, okay? If you spend $35 or more in my online store, by the end of the week, by Friday, I will get a kit out to you to make 6 cards, 2 each of the 3 cards that I'm making tonight, okay? Is that a deal? That's a deal. Okay, so I'm using these ink pads, Old Olive, Crumb Cake, Memento. I'm using the radiating stitch dies. These are currently not orderable, but they will be in the next week or so. So those are super fun. This is an online exclusive as well. And Groath Takes Time is a stamp set that costs $24. And super pretty. I love it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. The first card that I'm going to make, I am calling an audible on. And the reason why I'm calling an audible is that I thought that I have too much pool party going on my cards tonight. So I'm going to switch this one up, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And we're going to use Fresh Freesia cardstock instead, okay? So let me get this out of the way. Here is my Fresh Freesia card base, and it is cut, there's a little piece of glitter on that, 5.5 by 8.5 and scored down the middle at 4 1/4. This is a pretty standard size card front. I used the largest of my radiating stitch dies, this one right here. And the cool thing about this die is that it creates these little stitched edges all the way around. They kind of radiate out, and it also cuts the outside border, but not the inside border. It looks like a frame, but it really just cuts the outside border. Okay, I am going to adhere this to my card front, but first I'm going to add some fresh freesia, organdy ribbon. No, before that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my card front. So I'm going to stamp my big tree with Memento black ink. Now you want to use Memento black when you are using blends. Okay, so I'm using Memento black ink right here. And this panel that I'm using is the next size down of the radiating stitch dies. It's this one, and it cut it out right like that. I used basic white on that. Okay, so I promise if you leave me comments, I will reply to them after my video is over. I've got to get to the bottom of what's going on, but I hope that when I move and I can get an internet that is reliable. Okay, now this tree I'm going to color using Old Olive for the trunk. I'm going to use fresh freesia for some of the leaves, and I'm going to use Pool Party for some of the leaves as well. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to start with my bullet point. And this, look at this. This is a new Stampin' Blend, and look at our new points. Isn't that fun? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking about our markers have the new points. Okay, so I'm just going to outline. I like to outline my image that I am using the blends on with my bullet point in the light to start with. So I'm using Garden Green. When trunks are new and young and fresh, sometimes they have a little green tint to them. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using Old Olive to color my trunk. This is light. And then I'm going to go in with a little dark. It's kind of intimidating to do this and not be able to see comments. So be nice to me out there, guys. I would be sad if I got on and saw not happy comments. Okay, so I just put the darker blend over where those lines are, and now I'm going to color in with my light again, and it's just going to blend all of that together. Okay, like that. Now the leaves on this one are very interesting. I'm going to do some of them in fresh freesia, and I'm going to do mostly the ones on the left side of the tree, and then over here just randomly fill in fresh freesia on the leaves. This is kind of a fun, funky tree. Fun leaves. Okay, maybe a little more right there. Okay, and then my other leaves, who says leaves can't be purple and blue? This tree is an imagination garden, and it's got fun, vibrant colors in it. So this sentiment on this card is going to say, growth takes time. I don't don't know why. It says my internet is on, but it just will not stream for me. I don't know what the problem is with it. I even reached out for some tech help. I did exactly what they told me to do, and here we are. Technology just always gets the best of me here. Okay, but I'm not slowing down. We're gonna keep on going. So there's my tree, and maybe I will add a little dark here to some of these sides that have the veins on them, just to give a little more dimension to my tree. So I forgot to announce earlier, but Roz, if you're still here with me, you won my cards from the last Facebook Live, which was the Marigold Moment. So I will send those cards to you in the mail. I'm pretty sure I have your address. And so that'll be fun. I'll get those out to you here in the next few days. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this tree. How cute is that? I'll show you my pool party one as well here in a minute, and you can tell me which one you like better. Actually, I think I'm gonna really like this Fresh Freesia one. I have to say, doing these without being able to see comments to me is really hard because I like hearing what you guys have to say. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna tie my bow over my tree here on the left side. Okay, so Kathy, if you're watching, always do my right over my left, and I make a V, and then I take the top one and go underneath, and then I pull my ribbon into 2 perpendicular lines like that, and then I loop. This is key, I think. I put my finger under the bottom ribbon, loop up from the bottom, around the tree, and in the hole with a loop, and there we go. Makes a perfect bow every time. It's never failed me. Never failed me yet. I'm gonna pull this one a little shorter like that, and there we go. I'm gonna get my scissors, snip off the length here. Okay, here we go. Now I have cut a stitched circle from my Stylish Shapes. Thank God they did not get rid of those. I love my Stylish Shapes. Probably one of my most favorite die sets. So another great thing to buy on Wednesday, if you don't have them already, is the Stylish Shapes dies. You get squares, circles, banners, and it is really awesome. I use them almost every card I make now, I think. This says, be gentle on yourself, and I'm stamping that in Old Olive ink, and I'm going to attach that right here to this side right there with some dimensionals. So where do you go if you need tech help? That's a good question you guys can answer for me, because I cannot figure out why my internet is not cooperating for my live videos. And I really struggle watching other people's videos is where it wants to X out on me then as well. Okay. So I'm gonna grab my glue dots here, and this is a vellum heart that I cut from that same radiating die set right here, the vellum. I cut it out of vellum, and I'm gonna put a glue dot at the very top, right in that very place where those stitches meet right there. It's just going to help hide that glue dot just a little bit, and then I'm going to put another one here at the bottom, very bottom where those stitches are, and I think it will disguise it some. So this little heart is going to go right here. It's just going to give a little texture to our card right there. And then I have some I'm going to use these. I had some heart-shaped pearls, and I will find them. I'll show you what it looks like, but we're going to, this time we'll add this little, it's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to add this whole thing onto my card base right here, and I'm just going to put it on flat. Okay, so tell me, which one do you like the best? Do you like it in Fresh Freesia, or do you like it in Pool Party? They're both really cute, aren't they? Maybe one of each. Maybe if you spend $35 in my online store, you can decide if you want Freesia or Pool Party, or maybe one of each. I love them both. I love them both. Okay, so that is card number 1. I'm going to put some things away here and get started on our second card. And this will tell you why I decided that I wanted to change the color of this card, because my next card is also Kathy, thank you so much for texting me and keeping me informed. That's so sweet of you. Okay, so here is Pool Party. Here is Fresh Freesia. I don't know, I'm kind of loving that Fresh Freesia one. Okay, so my next card is, so Kathy's not only keeping me abreast on how it looks on the camera, she's telling me what your comments are, which are so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so my second card is kind of a fun fold card. Well, it is kind of a fun fold card. It's this right here. Isn't that so cute? Growth takes time, and then it has a little tree on the front getting watered by the water bottle, and inside is the big tree. Do you have people in your life that you need to send a card to, just to let them know, like, be patient, it's all going to work out? I think a lot of my friends have said that to me recently with the selling and buying of a home and a move and a retirement. It's just been kind of overwhelming. So that's the perfect reason for this card. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored it at 5 1/2 and at 2 1/8. So scored at 2 1/8 and at 5 1/2. Now you're folded in half just like a regular card would, but then at this 2 1/8, you're gonna fold that back on itself right there. Okay, now I took another piece of Smoky, this is Smoky Slate, and if this is 2 1/8 by 4 1/4, I cut this at 2 inches by 4 inches, okay? And it's gonna just fit on this panel. This is that bubble dot embossing folder. It's also an online exclusive. You get 3 embossing folders in one package. They're $30 and they're all awesome. This is the one I have been using the most. So I'm gonna put my adhesive on the front here of this panel, because I don't want to risk getting adhesive where it shouldn't belong. So that is going to go right there on the front. And then all I have left is my stamping and my blending. Okay, so I'm going to start with the inside panel. Again, same radiating dies as before, large and smaller. I'm going to ink up that big tree, and I'm going to stamp it right here on the left side of my panel. On the outside, I am going to stamp the small tree, the water can, and the sentiment that says growth takes time. So small tree, just gonna go right here. Watering can is going to go right here. And Growth Takes Time is going to be right underneath here. Perfect. I love the script on that, don't you? Okay, now it's just time to blend. So I'm going to start with the watering can. And I'm going to do the whole watering can in light smoky slate. See how I like to outline? It helps me keep it inside the lines. Okay, so there's my light. I'm going to fill in some detail with my dark. Right there. I like to do right here, kind of where these handles meet the base of the watering can. Maybe a little bit right there. Okay. And then like always, I'm going to go back with my light and go over and kind of blend that all in. This time I'm going to use the Balmy Blue for my heart. There we go. Now for my... Okay, so the Memento Black, that's a good question. Memento Black Kathy's asking why Memento Black. Memento Black because the chemistry of it helps the alcohol-based markers not to bleed the lines. If I used a Stays On ink pad, the other black, with my alcohol markers, the black would bleed, okay? So Stays On ink is better for watercoloring and watercolor markers, which is what our markers are. But our blends are alcohol-based, and that's why we need to use the Memento Black. It's because it resists bleeding with the alcohol base marker, okay? So now I'm taking a crumb cake here for my tree. My little tree and my big tree on the inside are both going to have a trunk that is made out of crumb cake, which kind of makes more sense than the old olive, but I really like the look of the whimsical tree on the first. Okay, so this is my crumb cake, my light. Good question, Kathy. Just keep them coming. And if you guys have questions out there, Kathy's feeding them to me through my texting here on my computer. So thank you, Kathy, for doing that. All right, so there's my light crumb cake. And now I'm going to take my dark and do just what I did last time. And just where all these little lines are that indicate shading, I'm just going to add a little dark. And then I will blend it all together with the light again. And right now it doesn't look so hot, but just wait, magic's gonna happen. Okay, what is this? That's the light. Okay, so I'm going back over this. It's gonna blend that dark in a little bit better. So that's what the deal is with these alcohol-based markers. They help with blending, mixing the colors, giving more dimension to your projects, okay? And then for my leaves, I'm gonna use a combination of light and dark. So for my The leaves that don't have the veins in them, I'm going to do all of those dark. Okay, so you see some of these leaves, I don't know if you can see that. Some of the leaves have veining in them, and some are just solid images. So I decided the ones that are more solid, I'm going to add the dark old olive, because I think the veins will show a little bit better with, I'm going to use my bullet tip. I think I'll have more control that way. I think the veins will show better with the light old olive. So this time, I'm just taking the solid leaves and coloring them in with the dark. Okay, I'm going to do that on this small tree here, the baby tree. You know, I've had so many people pour positive affirmations into me throughout this whole move. You know, they say the things that are most stressful in a person's life are moving, changing jobs, and buying a house, selling a house, and we have done all of that. And not only are we just buying and selling, but we're moving. So this is my light old olive, and now I'm going into all those leaves. I missed a branch right here too, I see, that have the veining in them, and I'm just adding light. So it's going to give a nice dimension to all my leaves on my tree. Some of them will be dark, some of them will be light, and it's really going to create a lot of interest in how my tree looks. Some detail. Okay, so that's all of that. I'm going to do the same thing here. All my veiny leaves, I'm going to add light old olive too. So lots of my friends that are out there watching right now have really poured a lot of positive affirmations into me, and just lets me know it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right, right? Adding a little green to the base of each of those trees. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now this one is just going to go inside here, my card base. So you guys, this may be, I will do my online BOGO, but then other than that, there won't be any Facebook Lives for a little while until I get settled in and moved into Texas, which will be end of May, early June. And okay, so I'm going to layer this piece on a piece of Pool Party here, and this Pool Party piece is, let's go this way, 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm just going to adhere that to this Pool Party panel. And I'm going to adhere it right here to the front of my card. And I'm going to keep it closed like this. And I'm going to center it inside those radiating stitches that are around the inside of my card. Now, I got to be careful, because I don't want any adhesive except maybe on this 1/3 of this right here on this side where the tree is. I'm going to decide where I want this right here, and I'm going to press it down. Very well. And then one more thing to do. I have my Pool Party ribbon. This is called the Pool Party Grow Green ribbon, and I'm going to tie a single bow. Now how I do this is I make a loop with the little tail in the front, and my thumb and finger are holding it there. I'm going to take this, loop it around my thumb, and push it into the hole right there, and pull, and we have our single bow. Takes a little practice. when I was a little girl, my mom used to make me hold my fingers out, and she would tie bows around my fingers, and I think that's for my hair, for my little bobby pin hairstyle. And I think that's how I just got to be good at making bows, is watching my mom tie those bows for my hair bows. Okay, and now I'm going to take a glue dot and put a glue dot on the end here. Stick it right in the corner right there. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Growth takes time. I love these radiating stitch dies. If you don't have them, get them in May when they're available again, and you open it up and there's the little tree grown into the big tree. So cute. And then you can write a little message in here, and it'll even be covered up when it's closed. So cute, right? Okay, so that is card number 2. I have one more card for you, and it is this one right here. Look how far you've come. And in the inside it has a heart and says growth takes time. Okay, so here we go again. This time, let me get all my pieces. My large radiating die piece, I'm going to go ahead and wrap my ribbon around that before I put it on my card front. So when I first, let me go like this. When I first made this card, all these cards, there were 2 that were pool party and 1 that was the gray one that I just made. And after looking at them tonight, I just felt like the 2 pool parties were too close to each other. So that's why I decided to try the fresh freesia on that, and I really liked it. Okay, so the last time I put the panel on first and then tied the bow on the side. This time I am tying the bow right at the start, off to the side here. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to my card base. Right like that. Okay. There we go. I might need to make that a little smaller once I get my panel on there, but for now I'm just going to let that go. I'm just going to put this off to the side for a second. Okay, now I'm going to do this one just a little bit different even still. I'm going to stamp my tree. And this is not a radiating die. This is just a plain white panel this time. Could have used the radiating dies again, I suppose. But this time, this panel is, let's see if it's about the same size. It is 2 5/8 by 4. 2 5/8 by 4. Okay, this time I'm going to use the new small blending brushes. These are a little smaller than the big ones, and sometimes you just need something a little smaller to get in those smaller areas. So I'm going to ink this up with Old Olive ink. Do what I usually do, tap it off to the side first, and I'm just going to ink some green grass under this tree around the bottom edge. See what happens when you don't go off the edge? You get a little bit too smudgy on there. That's okay though, I'm not going to worry about it because my sentiment is going to cover that up. Okay, so there's just going to add some green around the bottom edge of my tree. And I am going to do my trunk in Old Olive again, but this time all my leaves are going to be pool party. Now this one's going to have a tree on the inside as well. So someone brought up earlier joining a team. I think I did, about some of the perks is that we get to buy things early before other people get to buy them in most cases. And especially when a new catalog comes out. So we're getting ready to get our new holiday catalog here before too much longer. And I love, love, love my holiday catalog. And it's just so much fun being able to shop, buy anytime I want to buy. Don't have to wait for a demonstrator to have an order going in, right? And know that no matter what, I'm going to get at least a 20% discount. Now, you can get more than that as the longer you're a demonstrator. But it's a really fun perk, especially if you are just starting out and need a lot of stuff in your craft room, right? It's a great way to get a discount on those things. Okay, so there's my tree trunk, and now I'm going to get my pool party for my leaves. I don't know, does it bother anybody that my leaves are pool party instead of green? I know, I'm going to try, Roz. I'm sorry, I am going to go dark for a little while. Makes me sad too. I get sad thinking about it. But there's just really no way to make this move happen without that having to happen. I'm moving in with my friend Becky for a few weeks to finish out the school year. My husband's job starts in Texas on April the 30th. And I need to finish out the school year. So I'm working until May the 17th, right before we go to Norway. We're reunited, we go to Norway, and then right after Norway, I move back. Now, it's possible that my awesome husband could have a good part of my craft room set up for me, which is somewhat scary, to be honest. But, you know, if he gets it started, I can tweak it when I get there, right? And I'm sure he'll be FaceTiming me a lot during that time. Hey, hun, does this look right? I think it might be a hard thing for me to tell him to put my cardstock in color families in alphabetical order. I'm not sure he'll quite, he's a great man, but I'm not sure he'll quite get that whole color family thing going on. So he's so funny. So I may have to do some tweaking, but man, if he gets my IKEA unit set up and cardstock and slots, that will be a huge, won't it? And then hopefully I can get started pretty quickly in June. Now, one thing I'm going to start doing, and I told my team this last night, is that I'm going to start doing weekly Zoom night, craft nights, where I don't do anything. Everybody just comes on the Zoom and we all just stamp and talk together. That's all we do. There's no agenda. I have no plan. It's not a class. Just a way for us to connect on a weekly basis, my team and my customers. And I'm excited now that I'll be doing Stampin' Up! Full time to be able to add that to my scenario here, and I hope you guys might enjoy that. So it sounds like it might be fun. Okay, so I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of my tree here. Tell me in the commenting if that sounds like something you might enjoy doing. I would just give a Zoom link every week, and one night, I haven't decided when yet, we'll just all get online and chat and talk and get to know each other a little bit better and have fun just stamping and crafting together. So that is my goal. I had a friend that was doing it and she had to stop. She couldn't keep up with it. So I'm hoping maybe even if we do it a couple of times a month, that would be fun as well, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm taking this. Look how far you've come. And I'm going to stamp that right here. Look how far you've come. There we go. And I just diagonal cut this like that. And lucky for me that is where my boo-boo was right there. I'm going to just put some dimensionals on the back side of this. There we go. Isn't that cute? All right, and then I'm going to add some kind of bling here. Let's see, what do I have in my arsenal up here? I have, oh, here's my little hearts. I found them. These are heart-shaped pearls, and we are just going to scatter those on around my tree here. There we go. Now, one more surprise for inside. I'm going to take my basic white panel cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to adhere one of those radiating hearts in Pool Party right here at the bottom, and then over that I'm going to go back to my Groath Takes Time. And you know what, maybe this time I'll do that in crumb cake so it matches the front of my card. Thank you guys out there for sticking with me. I'm going to say Groath Takes Time. Here we go. And I'm going to add that here to the inside of my card. And this will be the third of my 3 cards for my online card class to go for the week. We will figure out this technology thing. Okay, so here is card number 3. Here is card number 2. And here's card number 1. You can see why I switched up the Pool Party. I just thought there was too much Pool Party, but maybe you love Pool Party, but I do love that fresh freesia ink that's there as well. Thanks for joining. I will send some cards to someone who's out there commenting for me and saying nice things despite my technology issues. I know you guys can see me. I just can't see you, and I'm sorry about that. So here we go. Hey, next time I'm on Facebook Live for an online class to go, I may be saying things like y'all and fixin' and over yonder, and who knows, I'll be a Texan. So love you. Thank you for supporting me here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I will see you on the flip side in Midland, Texas. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.